I love the video of the Clone Wars of the...
He did commit a war crime there, to be fair.
Which part?
When he fucking Battle of Christophsis, when he said, "I surrender," to buy time for Anakin and Ahsoka to fucking carry out their fucking plot against the shield generators. That isn't technically considered a war crime by using the banner of surrender, the white flag, to continue operations to put yourself at a strategic advantage.
He do be right, though.
Saying
He do be right,
Jonah
though.
is Hillary Clinton.
I wouldn't compare Obi-Wan to Hillary Clinton. That's very insulting to Obi-Wan.
War criminal,
At least
okay?
has some moral high ground.
Yeah, he does.
The thing I love about that is that so Obi-Wan uses that trick in the first movie, and then also in this final season, Anakin does the exact same thing, except a bit more straightforward of an approach.
Oh, yeah, I love that too. And I also love that it's the Return of the Jedi music too.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like the same cue of like, now R2! And then, I was like, yes! Also, there are two scenes that make me stand by my opinion. And we've had this discussion before, and I'm going to bring it up again.
Okay.
For both the good and bad side of it.
Uh-huh.
I am holding that I am Anakin Skywalker.
I fully agree.
For that same moment of, oh, where, Anakin, where are you? Right here. What are you doing down there? Dodges shot. What, there's like 1,000 droids tops. Pfft, come on. Just struts up like no big deal.
Okay, when
Like,
I saw that
on.
scene, I immediately thought, that's a very me and Christian moment.
Like, it's like us in Destiny. Like, you were like fighting the Vex or something. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Taking
They're
cover!
like, I'm taking cover. Do you see the Vex? Yeah, there's like 1,000 tops. Pfft, come on. And just strut up. Like, what do you mean? Also, and this is the one that I feel like AJ will agree with. One of the first times we hear the Imperial music when Anakin marches down the security corridor with his hands behind his back after the Battle of Geonosis to talk to Hoggle.
Ah, I fucking love that scene.
Just that, like, oh, a person he deeply cares about is in danger, and this is the only person who knows about how to fix it, and he won't talk. Oh, your Jedi mind tricks won't work on me. Mind tricks? Solemn stare. Whacks him across the room. I don't need mind tricks to make you talk. Chokes him. We'll see if you don't talk. He says, oh, interrogate. How did you get him to talk alone? The point is that he did. It's not about how it happened, it's that he did.
Ancient Jedi secret.
Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker, and... You know what? Before I continue down that train of thought, I thought of someone for Matt that I could accept, but I don't know out of any one of the reoccurring characters.
What do you got?
But he is a character that has shown up. Honestly, I see Matt as Quinlan Voss.
That's the character I brought up back on the Siege video.
Well, because I looked at it and I was like I was trying to relate it to Destiny, and I was thinking of you two as, like, I guess sort of similar as, like, both hunters, but you two are so wildly different in your approaches to do anything that it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that brings up a good point, because he would have been reoccurring if Clone Wars kept going, because there would have been a whole arc with him tracking down Asajj Ventress.
And falling in love with her, and then becoming a slave to Dooku, and then her dying to free him, yes.
Okay, that part I didn't know because I didn't read the book.
Now, this is one... I want to get his take on it first, and then I want to discuss it. Anyone's free to jump in.
Right.
AJ, what character do you think you are?
I
like to keep it to the Jedi, but I will not restrict it.
The only one Jedi-wise, I think, and if we're talking about Star Wars, like Age of the
Clone
Republic-
Wars.
Okay, Clone Wars. The only one I even think I come close to, and you're probably going to disagree with me on this, but would probably be Mace, only because between the two, balancing between the two, and actually, wanting to kill Palpatine at the end there. Otherwise, I don't think I've seen enough other Jedi to have a heavy opinion either way.
I mean, you could say a clone commander if you'd like. I don't care. I would just... If I were to prefer it, it'd be a Jedi. But I'm not going to limit it. I'm also not going to limit it to villains either.
I don't
You can
know.
choose.
I don't... The thing is, I honestly don't fucking know. What do you think I would be?
I could see Mace. I could see it. Because of how Mace fights. Like, the lore reason behind his Force abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's using his opponent's anger against him.
Oh god, that fucking backswing that he can do.
Doesn't that just like perfectly explain me? Oh, come on, Christian. Why don't you just calm down? I said calm down.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yep. Feed
So I could see it. I don't know. That's why I wanted to discuss it, because I'm not entirely sure either.
So I don't honestly know myself.
But if we were to go for reoccurring characters, what would Matt be?
Matt.
As the reoccurring, including the clone commanders or the clones that show up, I guess.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna say no.
Wait.
I was gonna say honestly, I figured you would have been Maul.
I don't know.
Because out of your spite and hatred for one person who fucked you over, you built a criminal empire specifically to get back at them.
Murdered his girlfriend in front of him.
And
Chased
his
him
master.
across-
Don't forget the
Not
master.
to mention the person he's trying to kill, the person he hates more than anyone that will never ever get along with, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we cannot leave you two in the same place.
Okay, the reason why I disagree is because I don't think I personally have quite the drive and the commitment that, like, Matt does. Because Matt has the fucking drive and the commitment to do that. 100%.
Yeah. Yes. But...
And that's why originally.
But I
was
do
really-
say, honestly,
say-
if I had to target him to a Jedi, it'd be Quinlan Voss. But honestly, I do not see Matt as a Jedi.
No, I was also going to say for Matt, late stage Savage Opress.
You mean like... I mean, Savage Opress, he was barely a character for the most part. He was just a mindless brute under everyone's command.
A mindless brute who had a very deep connection and feelings for his brother.
And well, I mean, you know, until he strangled
And
him.
Matt has that loyalty.
Yeah, but I feel like Matt would be like if I was the Sidious in his story, he would be like that if I killed Savage. That, like, turn and just snarling glare, and pulls the Darksaber and is like, alright, let's fucking do this, I ain't backing down from you, bitch! Like, I could see Maul, and I'm accepting of it.
I think.
I guess Matt is more so, fuck that one guy in particular.
Yeah. That's my argument, at least. That Matt is definitely more of a...
Especially if Matt was left in a machinery pit for like 10 years
would have
and being
went
part
crazy.
spider.
Fueled
Went slightly
by
crazy.
one
Sorry,
singular-
being part robo spider.
I mean, because who's
So now we have to address the elephant in the room.
Who the fuck's Palpatine? Is that what you're about to say?
No, who the fuck is Derek?
Oh. I'm like, really? Grievous.
I want to say Grievous, but I feel like Derek's...
Let's see, Grievous.
I had points against it the other day because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know.
Derek doesn't strike me as a collector.
The fuck you mean? I absolutely believe
I have
Derek
not
was
a lot of evidence for myself of him trying to get everything he can. It's more of a me thing.
I can say one word, and that will AJ will laugh and go, "Yeah, clothes." He
When he
hoards
has nothing
clothes.
else to do, he inevitably falls back to that.
But AJ, he collects clothes.
Yeah.
See? There it is.
Okay, clothes. What is it? Why
Because
does the
he
robot
had
need
every
clothes?
single. Well, I'm referencing GTA 5 here.
Oh.
But he had every single piece of clothes that was ever out, ever.
That's impressive.
He owned it all. We always yelled at him because we're like, Derek, where's all your money? He's like, I bought clothes. And we're like, why?
That was a pretty
I
good
became his
impression.
financial advisor for a time. Because it's like,
What kind of
stop.
clothes? Did they look good on him, though?
No, it didn't matter. He bought all of them. Good or bad, he just took them.
Every single
And then
one.
he stuck to like the same 3.
Looks, generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I
still-
think he kind of went for cars in the same way, but I don't think so. I don't remember him with cars. I know he had his muscle cars and his sports cars, but he didn't
He
have...
liked his muscle cars, but the muscle cars were the only things he could collect, because when he tried collecting other things like military weapons, that was a conflict of interest against me, and I did not allow it.
Okay, so if not.
Hey, look, the red-green showing through.
If
Tell me I'm wrong.
so, if not Grievous, what about a different multi-armed military man from the Separatist army? Fucking Admiral Trench. Specifically, Cyborg.
I will not say Trench. Because Derek and I have a solid understanding that he's not the naval tactician. He's not that guy. He's not the person in the air, he's the person on the ground.
That's a good point. Yeah.
He's Grievous. You're saying all this stuff,
And-
Christian, but you're arguing him being Grievous.
I had points against it, but I don't remember what they were. I'm okay with it.
I don't. Is Derek a coward?
It's just... Is Derek a coward?
Yeah.
Moving on to the next point.
Because Grievous is.
Well, no, it's the, like, ask yourself that question one more time, and think about all the times that we've had to deal with Derek against us.
No. Derek
Is
is
Derek-
Derek is the exact opposite.
No, alright. When Derek... Not when we're dealing with Derek, when Derek is dealing with us. I wouldn't say necessarily he's a coward, but he knows when to run. And he knows
He
how to
knows
do
when
it
to-
really well.
Yeah, that's fair. That
He
is
will
fair.
always regroup and, figure out what he's gonna do and come back again. But he always will run. Because we
But
know
I
what
wouldn't-
he's
I
gonna
wouldn't
do and
say-
we will...
And I wouldn't say he's a coward because, Jonah, just to remind you, think of how many times that we've fought him. And he's taken on entire small armies by himself. With no fear or hesitation. I can name on no less than 4 different accounts where he was the officer for the fucking elite side in Humans vs. Elites, and he winds up single-handedly wiping the rest of the elite team by himself in the spawn.
I do remember that.
So I wouldn't necessarily say Derek's a coward. I agree with Christian's assessment where he knows when it's time to tactfully withdraw.